Yeah, I just realized this tail light is kind of like sticking out a little bit. It's hot in here, Jesus. Oh, even my window's hot. Everything's hot. What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Whoa, sorry, bugs. I got a STi Gauge cluster, so I'm just throwing that in. I had one before, but it was like an old gen, and it was like weird. Didn't light up. I didn't like it, so I got rid of it. So now I got this one. I'm toss that in real quick, and that's pretty much all I'm doing throughout this entire video. That's literally it. But you know, gotta be a YouTuber, so I figured I'd make some sort of content for you guys. With that being said, I'm pretty sure all I need is literally just a Phillips head. This transmission gotta go. I've decided that I want 6-speed transmission because I'm putting STi stuff in my WRX. But yeah, I'm like 90% sure this is like plug and play. So you literally just take out your old one and you can just toss this one right in. If I'm wrong, and we'll find out in like 30 seconds, but fairly certain it's just plug and play. Oh my God, it's so hot in here. Ugh, I'm leaving that door open, fuck that. See, now a job like this is way easier for me because, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen, but I could take my wheel right off. We got myself here a STi Gauge cluster out of a 04 STi with roughly the same miles, ironically enough, as we have in the motor. This is about 10,000 or less, but it'll be pretty easy to keep track of, so kind of a good find. Fairly certain we're literally just taking out these 2 Phillips heads, and then like this whole cover kind of comes right out, and then there's 3 or 2 more Phillips heads like right under, you know, like holding this in, and then undo the connectors. That pops right out. Plop this one in and just make sure that everything works okay. You may be asking yourself, wow, Jacob, why didn't you just pull the car into the garage where like you're not getting beamed on by the sun? I just didn't feel like moving my dad's car, which is in the way. And number 2, I just didn't feel like moving any cars. I really didn't want to come outside today, but because I love you guys, right? I decided I'm gonna go make some content real quick. I wasn't even gonna make a video for this. I was like, dude, I'm just swapping a gauge cluster. I've been doing a lot of little things here and there, and I love doing the little things to my car. So I figured sharing some of those little things with you guys might be pretty cool. So yeah, those 2 bolts, that comes right off. Maybe I'll paint it while it's off, who knows? I probably won't, but it's a good idea. These 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, right over there, holding your entire gauge cluster in, and then you take those out and the whole thing comes right out. You just undo the connectors and you should be all good to go. All right, I got this thing pulled out. I made it a little bit easier for myself the first time I tried doing this. There's like some brackets and whatnot that are also bolted in now, or nailed in down over there, screwed in, whatever. I took those out, so like I got a little bit more range like of motion over here. But literally all you're doing is taking out it'll be easier to show you here. There's gonna be 3 connectors, as you see here, right? You're literally just undoing all those, and this comes out. And just like that, old cluster is out. These connectors are really easy. You push down on them rather than pulling or prying with like a fucking screwdriver or something. You just push down and pull, and they come right out. All right, so plugging this STi cluster in, first thing I noticed off rip is the only thing I had to do so far was literally invert the plugs. Like literally just flip them upside down, and they all go into the exact same spots where they would go on your OEM one. Now I'm gonna just kind of like tuck it in place and just turn key, make sure everything works good. Make sure that everything works. So it should sweep, the shift light should, you know, be flashing or whatever. So let's just take a look real quick. Sick. Look at that. Awesome. Extremely easy. That was literally all I was doing, was just throwing that in. Just little things to make my car feel a little bit nicer, look a little bit nicer. Well, if any of you guys now want a OEM 2003 gauge cluster, here you go. I got it here for you. I guess the only thing I'm really missing to make this an STi is like the shifter bezel, the extra gear, maybe an R180 diff, but it's kind of unnecessary. Who knows? I'm kind of thinking of like going like the poor man's STi route and just getting like a 04 like STi trans, like the one that's 6-speed, right? But it has the male ends, so like I can still use like my same axles that have the cotter pins, I'm pretty sure. STi gauge cluster in, get that parking light off. That was all I had for you guys. Quick little video. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.